In this video, I'm going to make a weight tree rack to hold all my weights so I can get them off the floor and be more organized for my home gym. Because when they're on the floor like this, it's pretty scuffed. They'll start getting messed up with dust and stuff. As you can see, I put them in the old boxes they came into, and I'll just randomly put the 25s around the house. So I use a 2x4x8 piece of wood and a 4x4x4 feet piece of wood. For the 4x4, I drilled holes like bars to hold the weights. I used a 1-inch spade. I know it says 7/8 right here, but I actually needed a 1-inch. You'll see that later on, because my dowel I actually got was 1-inch and not 7/8. That's pretty important. You'll see my mistake later and why it's important. I got a saw for the 2x4 so I can cut it to the dimensions that I wanted it. I had these screws laying around the house in order to drill in some brackets to hold the piece together. The screws doesn't really matter as long as it doesn't pierce through to the other side, so whatever the size you can find works. These are the angle brackets that I used. You can change depending on whatever you can find or whatever screws you have. So this is why you want a 1-inch spade for this project with a 1-inch dowel. The hole was actually too small, so I tried hammering it in. It didn't work. So eventually I had to go back and go buy 1-inch dowels and a 1-inch spade just to redo it. Luckily I had an extra piece of wood which is a little bit taller, and I just drilled 3 holes instead of 2, and I was able to twist the dowels in. And this is the end product. It was the same process as the first one. I just didn't have the correct dowel size, so I had to wait for the next day to do it. And this is what I got instead. This video is not a tutorial. I'm just sharing my experience. The weights are holding up pretty nicely. They aren't moving even when slanted. As you can see in the picture, the holes weren't exactly straight, but luckily because there's so much pressure in the middle, it doesn't actually move. This entire thing costed about $50. It could probably be less if you already have some wood, some dowels, or nails, or any of this stuff already. And yeah, give it a try if you want to try it out. Peace.